Howdy, folks. Welcome to the show. I'm Jim King of the radio. We're going to be talking a little TV, too, because it's the weekend. My time to shine. It's showtime for King of the Road Productions and the Jim King of the TV show. For those of you keeping track, this is just episode number 976. Man, how time flies when you're having a royal time. This is a special Icons and Upstarts edition of the Jim King of the TV show. The icon we're talking about this week is John Conley. The upstart is Tori Rose. She's out of Nashville, and we're going to play her new song called If Drinking Was a Sport. Dustin Sonye's in this episode, and we're also cruising over to Five Star Feeds in Port Arthur to catch up with owner Tina Bean. She's a direct descendant of Judge Roy Bean and Alan Bean, the famous astronaut. That's all coming up, previews and a lot more, and great country tunes from the likes of, what do we got? Keith Urban coming up next. I'm Jim King of the Road.
The King of Country.
I should have known that with the crown you've got on your head there.
Jim King.
King's Country at kingscountry.net. That's Sammy Smith. I'm Jim King of the radio, and here comes Mark Wills. You know, he's one of the long list of country stars I've had the pleasure of meeting over the years, and every time I see his name comes up, I recall that moment when we met. That's the beauty of meet and greets, isn't it? Yeah, they stay with you. They give you a feeling about the artist. He's a good one. He's one of the good ones. That's why I'm having a fabulous flashback.
King of the Road.
On Mark Wills' tour bus. All right, we're on Mark Wills' bus, and he hasn't kicked us off yet. How long have we been on here, Mark?
About 30 seconds.
All right, nice bus.
Yeah, well, you know.
Got leather seats and everything.
We try. We try to have, you know, well, no, it's fake. It's not real leather.
That's Bobo over there from 93Q in Houston.
Yeah, how you doing? I know him.
All right.
I recognize several people.
Wow.
King's Country, kingscountry.net. That's King George. I'm just Jim King. Thanks for listening. Hey, stay with me. Coming up in the next break, we're going to zoom off to Nashville, Tennessee, to talk to a rising country star by the name of Tori Rose. She's got a fun little ditty called If Drinking Was a Sport, a song she wrote about her ex-boyfriend. Buckle in, because we'll be zooming to Nashville.
Cause if drinking was a sport, boy, you would come in first. You always need a beer and then a quench your thirst. Now I don't know if this is gonna work. If drinking was a sport, boy, you would come in first.
King of the Road.
Howdy, folks. Jim King of the TV and radio here. I've got a special guest today. It's Tori Rose. She's from Pennsylvania. She's a northerner, but she's branching out into country, and she's actually in Nashville now, following her dream. She's got this great new song called If Drinking Was a Sport. I just love the title. And I think this is from your own life experiences.
Yes, it is, it's a very funny story how this song came about. I wrote this one because I used to date someone who just loved to drink, and he thought one of my other songs was about him, and he said some not so nice things about me because of that. And so I was like, well, if you really want a song about you, then I'll write one. And then this is how this song came about.
So did that encourage him to go get help for his drinking?
I doubt it. I honestly doubt it.
Okay. Well, it is kind of a sport with young people, I think, 'cause it was in my case. Not necessarily means you're an alcoholic or anything. It just means you're enjoying your youth and doing what young people do.
Yeah.
It's a fun video, and it's so cool that you wrote that. And your producer is fascinating to me because, you know, he's got local connections here, Jimmy Ritchie. He worked with Mark Chestnut and Clay Walker, and they're from right here in Southeast Texas.
Yes,
you know
I know he's mentioned Mark Chestnut to me, but I love Jimmy. I'm actually going over to his place later to record some more music today.
We've got the fun part covered with this song because it's definitely fun to watch. It looks like it was actually filmed in a bar somewhere in Nashville.
Yes, we filmed it at a bar here in Nashville. It was called The Underdog, and it's a little dive bar up here. And it was definitely a very fun video to film.
Who plays your ex in the video? Is that an actor?
Yes, his name is Axel, and this is so bad of me, but I don't know how to pronounce his last name. But his name is Axel, and he played the part so well. Like, I just remember sitting off camera, and I just could not stop laughing because he was playing the drunk part so well.
Here comes Brownlee Entertainment recording artist Tori Rose with If Drinking Was a Sport as our Jackson Hill Park and Marina music clip of the week straight from Nashville. King's Country at kingscountry.net. That's Blake Shelton. Sangria. That sounds good. I'll have to have a little adult beverage tonight. It's a TGIF after all. Excuse me while I down a little H2O. Hey, I'll be serving up some great stuff in the noon hour for Stick Around. So stick around for the likes of Sugarland. How about some Faith Hill, Her Royal Highness, Joe Diffie, the late great one, in just a few moments. But for your dining and dancing pleasure, right now, here's Megan Maroney. She announced her new song with Kenny Chesney. It'll be released May 9th. It's called You Had to Be There. Here's a teaser. King's Country at kingscountry.net with the late, great Waylon Jennings. I'm Jim King of the Road. Drive me through the lunch hour. We're serving up some doozies here. Got some good stuff coming up. And you can find us everywhere. Yeah, on local TV, Fox 4, the CW, Strike TV, and on the World Wide Web at YouTube and King's Country at kingscountry.net. We got it all covered. No need to go anywhere. We've got all your country music on TV and radio that you'll ever need. Tell your friends about us. Take us on the go with your smartphone via Bluetooth. And thanks for streaming King's Country.
Is it the face of a child?
That's Pure Prairie League and Amy on King's Country, kingscountry.net. Pop quiz. Who is the lead singer of Pure Prairie League? You guessed it, Vince Gill. Yeah, I think he was still a teenager, like 17 years old when he took over that job. Long time ago. We've got a newcomer by the name of Zach Top. I had to do a double take the first time I saw that name. I thought it said ZZ Top. Well, Zach Top just appeared on The Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. In case you missed it, he performed his hit I Never Lie, and fans are really loving his old school sound. Here's a clip of that.
I sleep like a baby. I never show up late for work. Oh, and I don't drink whiskey. I don't know how it feels to hurt. Oh, and I ain't been lonely since you said goodbye. Wish I could say I miss you. But you know I never lie.
King's Country at kingscountry.net. That's Randall King, no relation to me, Jim King of the radio that I know of. I like his name, though. Anyway, stay with me because we're rounded third. We're headed for home on the Jim King of the radio show. More audio samples coming up from the TV version of the show, and those will feature country legend John Conley. Stay with me on King's Country. King's Country at kingscountry.net. Good afternoon to you. I'm Jim King of the radio. Hope you catch my TV show this weekend because I worked my tail off on it, as I do every week. Yeah, it's pretty intense. Monday through Thursday here at the studio. A lot of production because I have to produce that show plus two church programs, he says, from scratch. So anyway, it's a star-studded entertainment extravaganza. We're going to close it out with Dustin Saunier, who you can see tomorrow night at the Mauriceville Crawfish Bash. That's where me and Suzanne Simmons are headed tomorrow. You'll see us there. I'll polish my crown tonight. We'll also have the Southeast Texas debut of Tori Rose's new video, and I've got a Zoom call. I did air that earlier. That'll be about halfway through the show. That's thanks to the good folks over there which, by the way, would be a good weekend to go there. I'm talking about Jackson Hill Park and Marina at Lake Sam Rayburn. Supposed to be sunny tomorrow. And it'll be cooler, too, because of the rain today. We're going to cruise over to check out Tina Bean at 5 Star Feeds in Port Arthur, one of our longest-running sponsors, all the way to the beginning, in fact. But we'll kick it off with John Conley. Here's an audio sample.
Jim King of the road, cruising in my station wagon, trying to keep the muffler from dragging. Sometimes it all seems so defeating as I'm hustling to make it to the Cub Scout meeting. Ooh, I dream about Mexico, where all the pretty people go. But we're on a budget that just won't buy. Not much money, but a whole lot of love. Living that domestic life. Happy children and a pretty wife. Our Cocker Spaniels always having puppies. How could anybody be so lucky? See me mowing my domestic yard. Lord, I owe my soul to MasterCard, but it seems to suit me to a T. That domestic life's all right with me.
John Conley, great to see you again.
Thank you. Good to see you.
It's kind of like deja vu all over again because we just had Johnny Lee on the show, and the last time I spoke with you was that same show that Johnny Lee was at. It was at the Cattle Barons Ball in 2009 here in Beaumont.
Right. That's a while back. Johnny and I work together a couple times a year. Our paths cross and we get together and on the same show, and it's always a blast, always fun.
That was then in Beaumont. This is now at Honky Tonk Texas in Silsbee. Yeah, because you came about the same time as Urban Cowboy became a big hit.
Exactly right. We all started about the same time.
Late 70s. You moved to Nashville in 1971 and took a radio job.
That's the only reason I moved there. I got a job at WLAC Radio there. Had that not happened, I would have ended up in some other market in radio, and music would have never become a career, no doubt.
You might have been a mortician.
I was a mortician, and I still am. Are you feeling okay?
Do you practice at all anymore?
I don't, but I do keep the license renewed. I renew it every year.
Yeah, so somebody dropped dead here tonight, you'd know how to handle it.
Well, we could take care of it till somebody official came along.
Yeah, so you went from that career, which is very stable because everybody's going to die, let's face it. Yes,
right.
And you went to two of the riskiest careers, radio and music.
I know, yeah. Both of them have their perils, but both are fun. I fell in love with radio and music at the same time when I was a kid. The guitar lesson on Saturday mornings only lasted a half hour, and I went across the street after the lesson, hung out at a local station at Lexington, Kentucky, near where I'm from, and fell in love with both things at the same time and have gotten to make a living at both.
On the backside of 30, the short side of time, back on the bottom with nowhere to climb. It's dawn Monday morning, and I just called in sick. I skipped work last Friday to drink this month's rent. And when my friends ask me, Lord, I tell them I'm fine. But my eyes tell a story that my lies can't hide. I'm on the backside of 30 and back on my own. An empty apartment don't feel like a home. On the backside of 30, the short side of time, back on the bottom with nowhere to climb. All about the backside of 30.
Check out John Conley kicking off this week's episode of the Jim King of the TV show. We've called this one a Icons and Upstarts episode. Don't miss it. You found it. King's Country at kingscountry.net. You won't find a better country music mix anywhere on the planet, so look no further. I'm Jim King of the TV and radio. Don't miss my show this weekend. I hope to catch you and yours tomorrow at the Mauriceville Crawfish Bash, which kicks off today, but tomorrow is all-you-can-eat crawfish and shrimp. $45 in advance. Maybe too late to get advance tickets, but $50 at the gate. You can get on in there in the crawfish section. I don't think it costs that much to go to the rest of the festival, but they got kind of a closed-off area where the crawfish cookers are. There's usually a lot of teams there. You get to go around and sample all of their stuff. We'll be out there, Suzanne Simmons and me. I'll bring the camera, and I'm polishing my Crown Boy hat tonight. Hope to see you there. You know what else to do. Keep between the ditches and have a good one. Later, Gators.